Good morning, my little learners. Today we're going to do a quick review on measurement. Find your measurement hats and put them on tight. Are you ready? Here we go. So, a couple of weeks ago we learned about length. Length. What does length mean? Well, we looked at things that were tall, little tiny short things, and some things that were almost the same. Let's think about this. If we wanted to talk about something tall, we could think of a big tall building, or a giraffe is really tall. It's a tall animal. If we want to look or talk about something short, we could think of a pop bottle is short. Compared to a giraffe, come on, would you even notice that the pop bottle was there? No. What's something else that's short? A kitty cat is short compared to a big dog, right? And if we look at something that is almost the same, we could look at, like a spoon and a fork. They're about the same height, right? They're about the same, yeah. So that would be standing tall. Tall, short, just about the same, almost the same. Then we also looked at things that were longer and shorter. So this time I want you to think that you're on the highway and you're in your tiny little car with your mom and your dad and your baby brother in the back seat. And a great big huge 18-wheeler drives by. It takes forever for them to get by because they're so long. They're longer than your car. Your car is much shorter. Next, you're driving along on the highway and a car that looks just like yours, except it's a different color, passes you. It doesn't take long because the cars are exactly the same length. They're almost the same, or in this case, they would be the same. So that sums up our measurement. Oh, no, it doesn't. I just thought about that. Oh, we forgot to talk about M-A-S-S, mass. Oh yeah, that's what we did right before March break, boys and girls. Do you remember? Yeah, that's right. Remember we used those crazy things where they had two sides and we put something on one side and something on the other side, and one would go up and one would go down. Who remembers what that tool was called? You're right, it was called a scale. Good job, boys and girls. You guys are quick. So, question for you. Slate. What happens if Miss B has the scale in front of her and I put a pencil on one side and I put a cup of water on the other side? What do you think is going to happen? What's going to happen to the pencil? Right, the pencil will go up because it's much lighter than the glass of water. So what's going to happen to the glass of water? You're right, it's going to go all the way down. That's right, boys and girls, because the water is much heavier than the tiny little pencil that doesn't weigh much. What about if I put a glass marble on this side and a glass marble on that side? They're the same size. They just look a little bit different because all marbles are a little bit different. But they are the exact same size. What's going to happen to my scale then? You've got it. It's going to stay the same. It's not going to move because the weights are almost the same, or in this case, they are the same, aren't they? Let's think about something else. What about if I put a stapler on one side and a box of staples on the other? what's going to happen? How many of you think that the stapler is going to be the heavier object and it's going to go all the way to the bottom? I agree with you. I believe that's what's going to happen too. Smart thinking. So that means that the stapler is heavier, it weighs more than the box of staples. You're on to this. Good job, boys and girls. I'd like you to ask your parents or your siblings these same questions. Say, let's pretend. Let's play pretend. Close your eyes and pretend that I have a balancing scale in front of me. And I'm going to put a bottle of juice on one side and a glass of juice on the other. And just see what your parents have to say, or your siblings. See if you can stump them. Thanks for listening. Tomorrow we're going to learn all about 3D shapes. Take care, boys and girls.